Spies of the Mississippi, the true story of the spy network that tried to destroy the civil rights movement. This book was authored by Rick Bowers and published by the National Geographic Society. The book was a finalist for the 2011 YALSA Nonfiction Award. At noon sharp on a bright 43-degree day in January 1956, J.P. Coleman placed his right hand on his mother's Bible and took the oath to become the 51st governor of the state of Mississippi. The 6'2" gentleman farmer, lawyer, and civil rights historian cast an impressive figure as he stood at the podium preparing to deliver his inaugural address. Coleman looked out over the 3,000 people gathered in the public square in the state capital of Jackson. Virtually all the faces looking back at him were white. A segregationalist and skilled public speaker, Coleman launched into his inaugural address, vowing to maintain the continued separation of the whites and the Negro races. From the minute I picked up the book, I just couldn't seem to put it down. Maybe it's because I am a history guru, or the fact I couldn't believe what I was reading actually took place in the United States of America, land of the free. I also couldn't believe that I had never heard of or seen reference of the Mississippi State Sovereignty Commission. This book describes and takes a step back into the history in a very clear manner of another side of the civil rights movement. It retells a story that usually doesn't go farther than to tell about the marches, cross-burning, and the KKK uniforms. In reading this book, you will encounter stories of an average citizens who were put into jail for applying to college, businesses burned, and some who were murdered while all they were trying to do was to gain equality in the nation that was supposed to be free for all. In the 1950s and the 1960s, the Mississippi State Sovereignty Commission gathered secret files on over 87,000 private citizens. This was done in the most extensive state spying program in the United States history. The mission was to save segregation. Throughout the book, there is discussion about how in 1958 the state of Mississippi began an undercover operation, the Sovereignty Commission, to spy on and potentially squelch the civil rights movement. The author Bowers attempts to expose this unknown organization. Throughout his writing, he reveals the extent to which some were willing to go to see segregation remain the law of the state. This book is a great read for young adults. The book ties to the ever-growing awareness that teenagers are gaining of social justice and why you have to push back when things are unfair. With the many stories of the brave citizens, will they be able to overcome the forces of white supremacy? Will they be able to bring in a new era of hope and freedom? You're going to have to read the book to find out. So be sure to pick up Spies of the Mississippi. You won't be sorry.